Hey collectors, welcome to Star Wars Collected. I'm Jonathan. If you're new here, I hope you consider sticking around and subscribing. If you've been here before, I hope you consider giving me a like so I don't feel quite so lonely at night. Regardless, what we're doing today is we're going to look at all the things that I got Star Wars related for Christmas this year. Now, I don't know about you guys, but as an adult person now, someone who is, sort of a mid-range to high-end collector, I feel kind of guilty asking members of my family to, spend their hard-earned money on things that are Star Wars collectibles, things that I would spend my money on. But that doesn't mean that they don't still buy me some Star Wars stuff. I'm sure we've all run into being the Star Wars person, and you sort of just end up with some random stuff given to you here and there. But luckily my family's pretty good about it. So I'll walk you through a couple of things that I got here. There's not gonna be anything in there that's really high end until the end. I'll tell you about that when we get there. You might not know it from just watching this channel because you're always going to see me in a Star Wars t-shirt on here, but I tend to only kind of wear these when I'm doing videos with you guys or just kicking it around the house or something like that. Outside of this channel, I'm actually quite into fashion and style, suits and things of that nature, but that doesn't mean that there isn't always more room for more Star Wars t-shirts, and this one right here is my baby boy. This was from my parents, and it is Grogu here on a t-shirt. It is a brown t-shirt, which will break up my almost exclusively black Star Wars t-shirt collection. I think this makes my third Baby Yoda Grogu t-shirt, so you can't have too much of the little guy in your life. One thing that I've definitely seen this year and a little bit of last year was that Star Wars kind of has shifted majorly into Grogu things. So this is a Great for Eggs and Pancakes silicone breakfast mold. We've got our boy up here, Grogu here, and we've got our little frog down here. So I'm guessing what you do is you take your pancake batter, you take your eggs, you pour it inside of that, and it makes them to that shape. So, maybe someday when I've got a little Padawan kicking around here, maybe I'll make them some festive pancakes and eggs in the shape of our favorite little green guy. This might look a little familiar if you've been watching the channel for a while. I actually had 2 sheets of this that showed up in a haul video at some point. I absolutely am not a stamp collector. I've only bought stamps when absolutely necessary. But someone else saw that these were available through USPS and bought me a sheet, and they actually managed to frame it. So now I've got one that's a little bit more permanent than the 2 sheets I had before. Maybe I'll figure out a way to put this on the wall and we'll display it. Continuing with our Grogu theme, this is a motion sensing helicopter. I have some footage that my Mrs. Collected took of me messing around with this and my dad sort of out in their foyer of their house. But basically it is a little 2 propeller helicopter, sort of like a drone type system, but it is motion activated. So on the bottom here, it actually lights up all kind of funny. So it'll actually float up in the air. The thing is that it goes up to about 15 feet. So I'm afraid to let go of it here. I think it'll head straight for the ceiling, but there's a little motion sensor down here, and when it gets close to something, it senses that it's close and it hops right back up. So I'm kind of holding it here, but kind of not. And you can't really direct it. So that is what this is. Kind of crazy, probably going to get into just as much trouble as the real Grogu would. Mrs. Collected always delivers when it comes to Christmas, and this is a set of Star Wars puzzles. I don't know about you guys, but 2020, 2021 puzzles have sort of come back into my life as something to kind of do together that is fun and doesn't have a high risk factor to it. What I think is especially cool about this one though is that this is using sort of the concept art that you see in The Mandalorian, whether it be original production art or you see the, when they roll the credits at the end of the Mandalorian episodes and they show you some of the art that went into that, that is what this is sourcing. So you have some really cool ones, Din Djarin here with the child, Grogu eating his tentacle soup, Grogu and Ahsoka together, and then little tiny Grogu coming down the ramp there, the Razor Crest, with Din Djarin just off of the side here. So seeing each one of these takes me back to a moment within The Mandalorian, and I think it's cool that there's Ahsoka in here because that means there's some season 2 content in here as well. All right, this one here, this came from my parents, so it's a logo light. I've seen some people sort of have those, there's like 3 stages to it. It's like a light box that people put like now playing Star Wars or something like that in there, which I always thought were kind of cool. But this is similar, but I think actually a little bit cooler. This is sort of just taking the classic letters that we know and it makes it into a little light box here. So you can turn it on. There's a button, I believe, here on the side, and it sort of pulses or it goes on full. So I don't know how well it'll show up here on camera, but there's a little light inside of there, and it's lighting up Star Wars. So, you know, I don't tend to like buy t-shirts that just say like Star Wars on them real big, but something like that down here in the collection, there are two little things on the back here to hang it. So maybe I'll find a place to put this, maybe at the entrance of my collection gallery here, and it'll make a little bit of a statement when people walk in. We'll do these next 4 items together because they're kind of smaller. These are paper towel holders. If you're a veteran collector, you know exactly what these are for. Although I do get questions all the time from people wondering what I'm using, and this is it, guys. This is the great secret. These are paper towel holders. They're stainless steel. They are, I don't know, maybe a little over a foot tall. And you can find these. These ones came from Home Goods. I can see that there was an attempt to get rid of the price, but these were $7.99, and that's pretty common. I think I've bought them as cheap as $6, and then if you go to Amazon, you can usually find them too, and they retail for $12 on there. So you know, you're never putting a whole lot of money into them, and I think they look fantastic. And these are always just sort of on my list if you're looking to buy me something and you don't want to make a big investment. You know, you're looking for a little filler here. Paper towel holders always do a great job for me. Someday I would love to have all of my helmets on paper towel holders, just because I think that displays so well and adds a little bit of gravitas to them. Next two thing here, these are my stocking stuffers. We'll go with this one first. So this is an ornament, and it is a TK helmet. The sculpt on it is actually pretty darn good for being a little an ornament here. I would say this is probably an A New Hope version would be the closest you would get. I'm not like a huge stickler for all the different versions, although it does seem like there's a lot of stripes on the side here. I'm not quite sure if that's the right number of stripes or not. We don't do our really Christmas tree in a you know, like a nerdy way, a Star Wars Christmas tree. But I do have a BB-8 ornament, which tends to make its way onto the back of the tree. So we got a little representation there. So maybe we'll throw the Stormtrooper helmet on the back there too. And this little guy here, more Grogu. This is Crest toothpaste. This is strawberry. And we've got my adorable little baby boy there. And I have to admit, he does look super cute. So who am I to complain? And who doesn't want to brush their teeth with strawberries? All right, so like I said, I feel kind of bad asking my family and friends and things like that to buy me sort of the high-end collectibles that you normally see on this channel. But you know, sometimes good deals come up, or you know, once-in-a-lifetime opportunities come up during November or December, and then they arrive around Christmas. So we're going to count these as Christmas gifts, perhaps tacky enough to myself. We will do special videos on both of these. This guy right here, it says 16 pounds on it. It kind of feels it. It's kind of heavy when I lift it up. This, guys, is the Jedi Temple hilt that showed up on Shop Disney for like a day or two. It was a limited edition. So this looks like this is 464 of 1,000 is what it says on the side here. So I'm super excited to open this with you guys. So that will be a video coming up here very soon. So there is that. And then this is the 2-pack Sideshow Luke and Han Stormtrooper disguise group. It's not the newer ones, which I don't remember if they're made by Sideshow or Hot Toys, where the sculpt is much better. This is the older one where the sculpt's not quite as good, but I thought it was a cool pairing. I always remember that part as a kid, the whole disguise thing, which gets used a lot in Star Wars, and I found the pair, of course, at a great price. So I thought that would be a fun collection to help round out my A New Hope collectibles. So we'll do a video on this guy as well here in the coming weeks. All right, collectors, here you have it. This is my little Christmas haul of Star Wars items. You know, I always appreciate anyone getting me anything, and it's always nice that they're paying attention throughout the years of what I enjoy and what I like. It always means a lot. So I hope you guys got some great things for Christmas as well, or Hanukkah, or whatever you might celebrate. All is welcome here. You know, recently Star Wars has sort of had like this Christmas association with the new trilogy and The Mandalorian and things like that. Psyched out of my mind for Book of Boba Fett. We're so close to it right now, and it just has that great feel this time of year. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like videos like this, please consider subscribing. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. There's a lot more content here coming very soon. We're going to try to do Book of Boba Fett, where we've got those other items that aren't up here that I'm going to unbox. I'm going to try to do maybe my favorite things that I got this year. Guys, there's just going to be so much. You're going to be sick of me, but you should still subscribe because, you know, I really like that. All right, see ya.